Before I turn things over to you here, girl, we do have a traffic alert right now. US 127 northbound is closed between Lake Lansing Road and I-69 in Lansing Township. That is because of an accident. Traffic is being diverted. We'll keep an eye on it here for you. So we start this morning with breaking news. Southbound 127 is closed at M43 right now. And a heads up here for anyone who heads to East Lansing on this humid Monday. If you do, you're going to need one of these. This is a mask. This world is also calling for social justice reform after Blake's shooting in Wisconsin. The NBA's Milwaukee Bucks did not take the court for Game 5 of their playoff series against Orlando. How's this for a special delivery? Dogs who are up for adoption in LA will be delivering beer to customers for National Dog Day next Wednesday. It's being done through Golden Road Brewery, and it's an effort to get those pups adopted. Very excited for that one. And Claire, we were practicing, I think, is it this?
Yeah, the Wonder Woman, like.
Yes, and so I'm going to turn it over to our weather woman. There we go. We're following breaking news here from overnight for you. 2 people are dead and 1 person is in the hospital this morning after being shot during protests in Kenosha. Right now, people are protesting the shooting of Jacob Blake, an unarmed black man who was shot by police. We're tracking those protests here and have an update this morning on Blake's condition. Well, we have a breaking news update here for you right now. We've learned that this morning's scheduled sentencing for former MSU gymnastics coach Kathy Klages is being moved to a new date. Right now, there is a water main break on Walnut Street in front of the courthouse. If you think your mask is making you break out, you might be right. But dermatologists say you're definitely not alone. Maybe a little condolence there. They also have some tips to help, like be diligent about your normal skincare routine. Make sure you have a good moisturizer. That is a must, everyone, mask me or not. Have a cough, and I get them frequently, so no judgment, but turns out we may want to grab the honey. Researchers looked at just how effective honey is at treating things like the common cold. Ingham County Group is offering to help renters stay in their homes, especially now that the eviction moratorium has ended. It is part of the eviction diversion program. Happy birthday to an absolute legend. Today, Sister Jean turns 101 years old. Sister Jean launched to international fame when the Loyola Ramblers made it to the Final Four in 2018's March Madness. She is the team's chaplain and actually played basketball herself. Claire, I have got my sweatshirt on my lap right now because not only is it cold in here, it is cold outside. Just a chilly start for our Wednesday here. Good morning, Ida. Today, voters have some big decisions to make, starting with which candidates will face off for U.S. Senator. And as if we needed any help getting back into the spirit of baseball, we here at Fox 47 have a quick baseball trivia challenge here for you this morning. Here's the question. What 2 teams played the longest game in Major League Baseball history? Give you a minute here to think about it. That was Jacqueline Francis reporting. The governor says the Division of Child Welfare is banning the use of restraints on youth. That department and local law enforcement are still investigating Frederick's death. Well, today the East Lansing City Council is meeting to try and fill 2 open seats. Those 2 seats are open because the city's mayor, Ruth Beyer, and the city's former mayor, Mark Meadows, quit during their last meeting. Well, this morning, the attorney for the East Lansing police officer who was investigated for excessive force is asking for an apology from the mayor. The attorney says Andrew Stevenson was cleared by a polygraph test when questioned about how much force he used during a December arrest. If you're not registered to vote, you can do that at your city or township clerk's office and then just cast your ballot at the same time. You'll need ID to show proof of residency. Some folks in studio know what's up. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. We're turning it to Claire. And Trader Joe's is in the process of rebranding some of their products. Some people asked the store to stop labeling international foods with ethnic sounding names. Nearly 1,000 people signed an online petition. A school's fight song can be so unifying. Most of us know ours, and it's no different for Lansing Eastern High School. That's why their band director knew he had to do something to get his students playing again. We told you about Holt's early college program, where students can earn their associate's degree at the same time as their high school diploma. Now, it's no easy task. I sat down with 2 young women who made it work on top of dealing with the coronavirus pandemic. Right now, the city of Lansing is preparing at least 14,000 absentee ballots. They'll be mailed out this week for the August primary. The city says this is the largest amount of absentee applications mailed for a primary. Breaking from overnight here, the Trump administration is again asking the Supreme Court to end Obamacare. Millions of Americans have health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. All right, here's some news to brighten up your Wednesday morning. Who hasn't always wanted a date with Keanu Reeves, right? Here is your chance. The actor is participating in a charity auction. Normally, right now, students in the Wilson Talent Center's Culinary Arts program are whipping up their creations for competition season. But with classes going virtual, that's not happening. Right now, Consumers Energy is still working to restore power across mid-Michigan. Olivet was one of the hardest hit areas by those storms this week. Well, health officials believe the number of new coronavirus cases at Harper's is declining. There are 174 primary or secondary cases linked to the East Lansing bar. 104 of them live in Ingham County. Well, state lawmakers are in support of having more time to pass the next budget. There are less than 3 weeks until the July 1st deadline. The Senate Appropriations Committee chair says he supports legislation that would extend that deadline. The Senate says there are concerns about a budget shortfall because of the pandemic. Independent movie theaters are collaborating to put on a Meowvelous film festival. Check this out. They're putting together a collection of cute cat videos. There are a lot of career fields that need hands-on training and learning. That's why Eaton Reese's Fab Lab is taking that training on the road. A CNC machine, a 3D printer, and a virtual and a real welder. They're all on board the mobile Fab Lab.
So students can kind of experience what they could be going into as far as a class here, and then also as far as going into for a great career in business and industry.
The Fab Lab is a trailer full of specialized equipment. Through Eaton Reese's Career and Technical Education Center, it'll hit the road, headed for Eaton County schools.
When they get to go in and experience it, they're excited, to be able to press the buttons and see what all the different pieces of equipment do.
It's designed for students in K-12. Sarah Jobson says that way students can get a hands-on approach to jobs she says are incredibly important.
I think that trying to provide this opportunity at every grade level just kind of continues to plant that seed.
They just had it out at Grand Ledge for younger elementary students.
To actually see things happening that we had been talking about, it was just really gratifying.
The kids can't always come to us, especially in COVID. We're going to have to rethink how we do a lot of what we've been doing. So it's exciting to be on the forefront of this.
The Fab Lab still plans to hit the road, of course, with social distancing and safety in mind.
Eaton Reese is committed to providing those hands-on opportunities that we feel are so important for students to have.
Sarah did say any age, so of course, I had to try out that virtual welder.
Stay right down into this kind of this crack. Yep, just let go.
It is harder than it looks, let me tell you that. Right now, 2 students with staff are allowed on the Fab Lab at a time. They say stay tuned because they're looking for someone to permanently staff it. That position will be up on their website soon.